Istanbul is an absolute haven for foodies and street food lovers. Those who visit will be treated to diverse flavours at generally affordable prices. Here's a few of my favourite things to try. When you're walking along the streets, then all of the cafes and restaurants have got so many amazing smells wafting out, which always draw me in. And I decided today that I would try a few of the local delicacies at a bakery I came across near Taksim Square. So I spoke to the guys inside and they recommended that I tried a few different things. So I've got quite a selection now. So this first one that they suggested I try is called pide, and I've got two different types. This is with cheese and this is obviously with meat. So this is lamb, peppers, onions and cheese on top. And pide is a style of Turkish flatbread. Obviously you can get the vegetarian side, but the meat one looks to be quite popular as well. And thanks so much. They've heated this up for me. It does actually look very tasty. So flavour-wise, it's actually quite similar to a meat pizza, except instead of a crusty dough, this is a really lovely soft dough. This one looks amazing. I'm a big cheese fan, and this is just filled with cheese. That's just as good as the meat one. Apparently sometimes they bake it with an egg in the middle, so you can tear off the outside of the bread and dip it in the runny yolk, which sounds really delicious. So this particular one is cooked with feta cheese, but there's loads of different types, and it's so popular around Turkey that a lot of the bakeries actually only serve pide, which is fine by me. The other thing that they suggested that I tried is called borek, and this is a type of thin, flaky pastry which is layered and also filled with loads of different types of cheese, and this one is a yellow cheese one. It smells absolutely amazing. It doesn't look particularly healthy, but I don't care. Oh my god, that is the ultimate in comfort food. The pastry is so lovely and buttery, and then all that cheese as well. It's incredibly oily and greasy, but when it tastes this good, it really doesn't matter. Now this area smells absolutely delicious. It's Market Street with spices, fruits and vegetables, lots of cheeses, nuts, everything you need to make a delicious Turkish breakfast. Ooh. What is it? The name?
Flowers.
Ah. Istanbul is obviously famous for and the fish here looks so good. Really good value as well. Hi. much every meal in Turkey has some kind of bread with it, and their bakeries are just incredible. This smells so good in here. Loads of different things to choose from. So I went in to get this one, which is called Kafkas Güregi. It looks like somewhere between a bread and a cake, mixed with cinnamon. Mmm. That's so good. It's really rich and buttery. Lots of nice flavour from the spices as well. And they've just baked it, so it's really warm. And they actually gave me this to try as well. I don't know the name of this. You can probably tell me in the comments. This one's richer. Sugar on the top, like a scone texture. Definitely more cakey than this one. Virtually every street that you go in Istanbul, there are endless tea shops and people sat outside enjoying a Turkish tea. Obviously, Turkey in general is very famous for its tea. The flavours that I've tried so far is actually quite naturally sweet, but I'm still going to add a little bit more sugar. They always serve it with sugar anyway, so it makes me think that I should add it. That's really refreshing. Even when the weather's really hot, it's actually quite nice to have a hot tea. It somehow cools you down. I don't know how it works, but it does. The other tea that I've been enjoying is called alma chai, which basically means apple tea. And some places you get it and they just give you a tea bag, which is obviously apple flavoured. But if you want to get it properly, they serve it in, I suppose, like a cafetiere. And you can press down all of the dried apples and the flavourings, and it's just so delicious. This area is called the Egyptian Bazaar, which is in Sultanahmet, and it's popular with tourists and locals. It smells amazing. There's loads of multicoloured spices, lots of nuts, Turkish delight, sun-dried tomatoes and everything hanging up. Look, incredible. Turkish delight is obviously famous worldwide, and a lot of the market traders are kind enough to let you have a little sample as you walk along. Turkish delight is obviously very famous over here. It's made from a starch, gel and sugar, and loads of the different stalls have got all different types, including pistachio, hazelnut, rosewater chocolate, and this one's a strawberry one.
Not soda. Not soda. Come inside.
It's actually very nutty. I wasn't expecting it to be nutty. So there's loads of cute little shops around here, and I've just come across this. Actually, it's a waffle shop, but they're selling marzipan fruits, and I'm absolutely obsessed with marzipan. I love it, so I've bought a little selection. There's a cute corn, lemon, strawberry. Ooh! Thank you! And a bit of marzipan for me to try. This is the gentleman who makes it. Thank you. Why not? It's so good. So I'm ending my time in Istanbul with a Turkish beer called Efes, which you see absolutely everywhere. It's definitely the most popular beer here. That's really nice. It's actually quite light. I don't like beers when they're too hoppy, but this is really delicious. Cheers guys, hope you enjoyed the video and make sure to subscribe.